sa Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back, goes up. Yes!
We're more than halfway into our Super Sunday, and thank you for being with us. We're live here from the Ynares Center in Antipolo for our 4th game. We stick to the 18-under playoff action for the North Division. Game 2 of the best-of-3 semifinal series between the stacked #1 seed Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith and the upset-seeking #5 Antipolo JY Titans. We bring you the live coverage of the playoff games of the TMT Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. And for our games today, the first set of 3 is done, and the second set of 3 is underway, with Mandaluyong and Antipolo being the first one here in our afternoon. So good afternoon, everyone. The name is Chop Pangilinan, calling the action with Coach Noy Africa and with our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Cristobal. So Coach, a team that's 1 win away from the finals, the division finals, and a team that's on the verge of ending their season. Your thoughts?
Of course, Mandaluyong will be looking to protect their #1 seed. They do not want to be dragged into a Game 3 against this #5 Antipolo JY Titans. But of course, Antipolo looking to extend their season and maybe, give themselves a shot at the division finals by forcing a Game 3.
Yeah, bago natin pag-usapan, no, ang Game 2, or bago tayo magsimula ng Game 2, pag-usapan muna natin. Ano ba nangyayari, Coach, itong Game 1, no, where Mandaluyong was able to escape with a 7-point W?
Well, in that game, Mandaluyong, although they pretty much the same from the field, 43% for them, 47 for Antipolo. They slightly out-rebounded Antipolo, and they were sent to the free throw line a lot. They had 36 attempts, converting 22 of them. That's a 10-point difference right there. And of course, the bench came to play for Mandaluyong, outscoring the Antipolo team by 33.
And speaking of Game 1, and let's now talk about the key performers who really stood out during that game.
Well, for the side of Mandaluyong, it was Russell Bayani, the usual suspect. Always a guy who produces for them in that game. Finished with 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. While on the other side for Antipolo, in a losing effort, Ken Alvaran, he's averaging only 12 points per game, but stepped up in that game against Mandaluyong, finishing with 24.6 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and 2 blocks for good measure.
And now we've talked about the key performers on that game. Now, how about the key performers during their whole seasons?
Yeah, that's right. So, once again, it's Russell Bayani. He averages close to 18 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, close to 4 assists, and 2 steals per game. While on the other side, Sean Gabriel Reyes, he was kind of missing in Game 1. He averages 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. But in Game 1, only finished with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he will really need to step up if Antipolo wants that Game 3.
Yes, and not to mention, Russell Bayani is also #1 in the MVP standing. So let's not waste any time further. Let's now go to our venue announcer for the starting 5.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ynares Center, Antipolo City. Here we go for the North Division Semifinals, Game 2, 18-under. It's time for your Mandaluyong Microsmith and Antipolo JY Titans, 18-under. Presented by TMT Play, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL inaugural season. Introducing first the starter for the Mandaluyong Microsmith, 18-under. Point guard #1, Cian Galyoso. Shooting guard #6, Javi Hinogin. Small forward #13, Robert Montazo. Center #30, Earl Año Nuevo. Power forward, number 72, Russell Bayani. The head coach of Mandaluyong Junior, Micro Smith, 18 under, Coach Mark Herrera, assisted by Coach Kokoy Ray and Jay Cruz. Now introducing, it's time for the starters of your Antipolo JY Titans, 18 under. Shooting guard number 6, Shan Gabriel Reyes. Point guard number 11, Marvin John Pelix. Small forward number 20, Ervin Monte. Center number 24, Can Pasco Albaran. Power forward 37, Rain Bayaca. The head coach of Antipolo JY Titans, 18 under, Coach B-Boy Simon. Assistant coaches Matt Ordonez and Mark Cadarao. The game's official of this match, your crew chief Nino Perez, Bon Racho, Joel Badeo, and Jason Yap. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL North Division Semifinals, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
The starters for the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith, we have Golyoso, Hinogin, Monteroso, Año Nuevo, and Bayani. Head coach Mark Herrera. For the Antipolo JY Titans, it's Sean Gabriel Reyes, Felix, Mante, Ken Alvaran, and Bayaca. Head coach is Coach B-Boy Simon. As first bucket here, good for Mandaluyong.
That's right, and we're seeing the guy with the ball right now, Sean Gabriel Reyes. He is undoubtedly the leader of this JY Titan squad, and he will need to step up and have a better game than game 1 where he finished with only 9 points.
Speaking of Reyes, he loses the handle, but his teammate right there, Felix, being able to recover for 2 points.
This is one of the speedier backcourt tandems here in the 18 and under division. This Felix-Reyes combination, you know, they're small, and yet these two are actually fairly good rebounders, averaging close to 8 rebounds combined in a ball game.
An attempt from downtown, that won't go. Rebound here by Mandaluyong. Now here comes the white shirts. Settles for a mid-range jumper, that won't go. Año Nuevo recovers. Now here's Bayani. Thought about that three, takes it inside, the bump, gets it inside to his teammate, in and out that time. Here's Reyes, forward pass to Alvaran. Tried it high off the glass, but that won't work. Bayaca, mid-range jumper, no good on that 15-footer. Here comes Bayani. Great passing here by Mandaluyong. Hinogin will take it out.
Good transition defense right there for Antipolo, getting back right away.
Hinogin for 3 rather, that won't go. Both teams are wrestling for the ball. Jump ball will be the verdict of our officials. We'll go with Antipolo.
You know, despite Antipolo getting the basketball, you like to see your star player, especially a guy like Russell Bayani, always in those 50-50 scrambles.
Reyes taking his time, kicks it out. Mante, that won't go on that attempt. Antipolo still has it. Reyes, what will he do? Alvaran, mid-range jumper, that won't work as well. But Antipolo still has it, a chance for a third attempt. However, Coach B-Boy Simon signals to take their time. Reyes for 3. That is good from downtown.
A difficult shot there, shooting off the dribble and fading to his left. But Sean Reyes able to hopefully be a signal for a strong start for him.
And a foul called on Ken Alvaran. That will be the first foul of Antipolo.
First, Ken Alvaran averaging double-double for Mandaluyong, 12 points and 10 rebounds together with 3 blocks. Undoubtedly, their main man in the middle.
And Earl Año Nuevo, great find from Russell Bayani for 2 points. And it's just a 1-point lead for Antipolo. 6 minutes and 30 remaining. Here is Reyes. Shot a 3 earlier, kicks it out. They will try that right corner bomb. Won't go. And a foul call on Mandaluyong, so both teams now have a single foul.
Well, it's interesting that we're playing here in Ynares, Antipolo, but it's Mandaluyong bringing the drums here.
And now, baseline inbound here by Antipolo. Misfires on that attempt. And again, they have the offensive rebound. However, that is a steal from Mandaluyong. Here's Hinogin, loses the handle. Will give it out to Golioso. Back to Hinogin. Great defense right there from Valdez. Kicks it out back to Golioso to reset. Takes it inside. And Mandaluyong will convert that time.
Once again, that's Hinogin. You know, he finished with 20 points in game 1, spiked by 2 triples. And we'll see if he can replicate that performance to backstop Bayani once again.
And Valdez puts that one in, giving them a 2-point lead. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Here's Golioso, a screen from Earl. Sends it to Monterroso, takes it inside. Another successful baseline drive plus a foul.
The rotation there is Valdez.
That pound for pound move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And a timeout called right here by Antipolo. Just under 5 minutes remaining. We have a deadlock at 8.
Forget the lows, no excuses, and take advantage na naglalaro sila ngayon sa home court nila. Yan ang nabanggit sa akin ng head coach ng Team Antipolo na si Coach B-Boy. Sabi niya nga sa akin na, ito, maglalaro na sila. Ito na yung chance sila para ma-extend ito into Game 3. Handa na ang crowd. The drums are also rolling, so now it's up to the players on how they will execute on this match. As we thank TNT Play for being the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Paalala lang that gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Kaya keep it fun mga kaliga, game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised. Back to you, Cho and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And indeed, tama ka nga, Daphne, no, that Antipolo is on the verge of losing or ending their season.
Well, definitely both teams. One thing in mind today, if you're Mandaluyong, you do not want a Game 3. Ito naman Antipolo, definitely will want to force that Game 3 and, you know, take your chances with this Mandaluyong squad who is finished number 1 in the elimination.
Russell Bayani finds an opening right there. So that is a 1-point lead for Mandaluyong. And that two plays ago, that was Ken Alvaran with a bucket as well. Bayani! Razzle dazzle to the basket for 2.
Just an excellent move there. Finding some gaps on the defense of Antipolo.
No good that time from Antipolo. Now here comes Mandaluyong. However, a whistle from the other side of the court.
That's going to be a foul on Valdez for pulling, I think that was Bayani.
So that is the third team foul of this Antipolo squad. 2 more fouls to give. For Mandaluyong, it's a single foul for them. Just over 3 minutes remaining. 3-point lead here by Manda. Golioso gives it to Hinogin in that right wing. Back to Golioso. Great ball movement here by Mandaluyong. Back to Hinogin. Well fire from downtown. Drills that one from deep.
And they're going to need a lot of that for Hinogin to try and open up the driving lanes, especially for guys like Bayani and Golioso.
Francia. No good on that, or rather that shot is not counted. Foul call on Hinogin. Second team foul for Manda. Sideline inbound by Felix. Who will he go to? Sends it to Alvaran, hands it off to Francia. Crossover move. And hands it off to Ken Alvaran. Will shoot 2 free throws after getting fouled.
Not exactly the best of spacing right there for Antipolo, but you cannot really complain about that, especially since they get 2 charities for that play.
Ken Alvaran on the line. Makes that first one. Definitely one of the guys to carry this Antipolo to a game 3. And despite the drums rolling, it's 2 out of 2 for Ken Alvaran.
So we're already having the division semis field here with the drums in the background.
Golioso. That won't go. Bayani with the offensive rebound. However, a pickpocket by Francia. Double teamed here. They escape it. Here comes Antipolo. Strong drive right there by Valdez. However, he will shoot 2 free throws after getting fouled.
So now Antipolo is showing some aggressiveness here, getting to the free throw line on back-to-back possession.
No more fouls to give for this Mandaluyong squad. For Antipolo, still one more. 2 out of 2 from Valdez, again despite those drums. So a couple of substitutions right here for Coach Mark.
Well, you know how much itong si Coach Mark relies on his bench, and in game 1, that bench outscored the Antipolo bench by 33.
What a mover right there. Takes it to the rim, but that won't go. Offensive rebound by the energy guy, James Tabinas.
And if you're Antipolo, you cannot allow guys like Tabinas to be getting those second chance points.
And she finds an opening off that drop pass coming from Francia, or from Felix rather. Here comes Manda. They are up by 2. What will they do? They kick it out. Hinogin has it. Bayani once more. Takes it to the lane, finds an opening for 2.
Bayani making mincemeat of the Antipolo zone defense, attacking from the mid-post.
Here's Antipolo. Takes it to the rack. That won't go for them. Offensive rebound by Shi. No good on that second attempt. Now here comes Russell. Bayani. Good on another inside bucket.
I like how he got away with a slight nudge there. Nevertheless, another basket for Russell Bayani.
And Alvaran, not on the rhythm that time. However, he will try once more against Tabinas. And a foul call on Mandaluyong. So they have reached the foul limit right here. Last 30 seconds of this first quarter. Another look on that one. Tabinas. His second foul. So it's Carlos Cantorna going in. And she not able to make that first one. Second attempt here for Shi. And drums have deemed effective on that sequence. Here comes Mandaluyong. What will they do? Cantorna for 3. Bombs away for Carlos Cantorna.
Yet another 3 coming off the bench here for Mandaluyong.
However, Alvaran answers back with a 2-pointer. Francia, 4 points in a row for Antipolo. 5-point lead for Mandaluyong, and that will end our first quarter. It's 25-20. As again, Mandaluyong leads this series 1-0. And our TMP play move of the game, no other than this Russell Bayani razzle dazzle Pinoy step off the glass, good for 2. And again, it's 5 points for Mandaluyong with the lead. We will return for the second quarter. Second quarter is underway. 5-point lead for Mandaluyong to end the first quarter. Cantorna drilled a 3-pointer earlier. Orbania won't go. Foul call on Antipolo. Early foul for them.
Alvaran caught for holding on the backside. That's 2 fouls now for Alvaran.
Mandaluyong has possession. Orbania takes it inside. Not able to find an opening, so it will go with Antipolo.
So we had a very high scoring first quarter, both teams reaching 20 points. And if you're Antipolo, I don't think you want to engage this Mandaluyong team in a shootout.
A steal here, however, that's miscommunication that time from Tabinas to Palad. Reyes back in the ball game. Valdez against Cantorna. Gives it to Alvaran. Hands it off to Francia. And Alvaran called for an offensive foul. So make that 2 fouls on the side of Antipolo.
But more importantly, that's the 3rd personal foul already on Ken Alvaran, and he will be forced to sit, I would assume, the rest of the first half.
Bayani slices the defense yet again for 2.
And that started with that very, what do you call this, believable shot fake from the 3-point area. There are those players with a very distinct shot fake from the outside that's very slow. First person that comes to mind is Bo Belga. It's very convincing there. That's the word. And that was exactly the kind of shot fake shown there by Russell Bayani.
Yes, because Bo shoots the ball from on top of his head. So once he puts it there, you'll really believe that it's possible for him to shoot.
And the pace at which he does the fake is the same pace as he shoots the shot.
Exactly, coach. As Francia right here does not get that to go. Mandaluyong, spectacular defense. And on that side, it's a foul again on Antipolo. But now let's turn it over to Daphne.
With a height, leap, ability to drive, and most importantly, his all-around performance, Virgel Jimenez nga kung ihahantulad itong si Russell Bayani ng kanilang head coach na si Coach Mark Herrera. With the help of Russell, the White Shirts will remain unbothered in booking a ticket in the finals. No more Game 3, baby. Yan ang kanilang magiging mantra ngayong hapon. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And Coach, I won't pretend like I know the person na sinabi ni Daphne.
I'm assuming she meant Virgel Meneses, the aerial voyager. I don't know if you caught him playing back in the day, but he was just ahead of his time, I think. But of course, Bayani, I guess, is more of a do-it-all kind of player. Virgel Meneses really miles away offensively. But Russell Bayani can just do about everything on the floor. Actually, he averages 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals per game. So, and if I'm not mistaken, he is the leading candidate for the MVP race here in the 18 and under division of the junior MPBL.
And he certainly is coach. I'm not sure lang if mag-carry on yung performance niya in the playoffs. But one thing's for sure, even if it's included, I think he's more than capable of getting that award. Right now, what's important for Mandaluyong, sabi ni Daphne, is to get that W. And they don't want to go to Pampanga tomorrow for a game 3. Lalo na holiday. Of course, gusto mo, pahinga na lang.
And having to play back-to-back games.
Yeah, exactly. Another... Kahapon din, naglaro sila. Then today, then if ever may game 3, bukas pa. So, dagdag another challenge for them if ever.
And also, additional laundry day yun.
Actually. No good that time from Hinogin. However, that was a strong drive. Antipolo will get possession.
Right now, Antipolo should start playing like they have nothing to lose. I mean, they're the lower seed, and they can afford to throw caution to the wind. You know, being the lower seed, you're supposedly expected to lose the series. But right now, down by 1 game, they cannot afford to, you know, play with no sense of urgency, which is exactly what Mandaluyong is showing so far.
Actually, si Carlos Cantorna na mismo nagsabi sa akin na malakas talaga ang Antipolo. So, for your opponent to think na you're a challenge, and then that speaks volumes. As Reyes with the ball right here. Another call on Mandaluyong. So I think that will be the 5th foul, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is. As Bayani justifying something. So it's not yet free throws for Antipolo.
Yeah, but both teams already in the penalty. Any fouls will mean free throws for the other side.
De Leon are able to find an opening. You can see the intensity in Bayani's body language. You just know he wants it bad.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, he was stopping Casera from complaining. He didn't want to give up unnecessary points because of technicals.
Traveling violation for Antipolo. Great defense being shown here by Manda.
So if we're calling them Manda, we should call them Anti.
Antips.
Antips. I don't know if that is like
Gen Z terms.
Gen Z na pala. Gen Z terms.
And that time, another conversion from mid-range. Make that an 11-point lead for Manda. So still no, I was about to say still no bucket for Antipolo, but that time it's a power move. Brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
That is exactly the textbook way of using the side step. You know, using the side step to hit your defender from the side, and that will negate any chances for an offensive foul. And we will be right back after this timeout.
I'm here with Team Captain Mark Ordonez ng Team Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. Sa tingin mo, ano yung isang bagay na magpapanalo sa team ninyo?
Siguro yung magpapanalo sa amin, depensa lang talaga kasi ito talaga puhunanan. Maliliit kami, kailangan namin tumakbo ng tumakbo. And yung pag-set ng play, parang gusto namin hindi nagtatagal yung bola sa amin. Kailangan, pag nakuha mo yung bola, kailangan makapag-isip ka na, kailangan, basta mabilis. Itong team namin kailangan, so mabilis at hindi kailangan sobrang skill, basta mabilis ka at madiskarte. Yun, pwede ka dito.
Mark, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan ngayon or batian?
Nagpapasalamat ako kay Colonel Nel Estrella, sa aming team manager, at saka sa coach namin na suspend si Coach J. Cruz. Team consultant namin, Coach Mark Herrera. Sa mama ko, tsaka una-una nagpapasalamat din ako kay God. Tsaka binabati ko rin yung teammate ko, si Earl Anuevo, si Josh Orbania, tapos si Sean, yung coach namin. Tsaka si Jade Tabinas, tsaka si Isha po. Yun.
Thank you so much, Mark, and good luck sa team niyo. Pasalamat din tayo sa TMT Play for being the sheer fun dito sa Junior MPBL. Paalala lang that gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that interview with Captain Ball of Mandaluyong, who is currently injured, David Cruz, who is, by the way, a player of the College of St. Benilde in the Team B. So, imagine if hindi pa siya injured, I think grabe na talaga itong Mandaluyong.
Yeah, that's right. And interestingly, we have here, of course, a team consultant, Coach Mark Herrera, calling the shots. Dahil suspended daw si Coach J. Cruz, who was actually here earlier in another division for Mandaluyong. But, you know, you're not allowed to sit on the bench whenever you're suspended. I'm not sure. I think he's right there somewhere at the back.
Meanwhile, it's free throws, or rather, missed the first free throw here for Antipolo. They are down by 11. And again, Coach, ironically, itong Manda ang may drums.
Oh my.
Here comes the white shirts. What will they do? Almost lost the handle. Kicks it out. Golioso has the ball. Great passing by Manda, however, they are trapped outside. They take it inside. Still outside. Monteroso. Tough shot. That won't go. It will stay with Manda.
So despite a good defensive stand there for Antipolo, they were not able to complete a defensive possession with a rebound.
11-point leader may Mandaluyong. Just under 3 minutes remaining. Timeout is called right here. Point lead here by Manda. Under 3 minutes remaining. Both teams on the penalty. Golioso sends it to the corner. That won't go for Gaitos. Basket! And one though that time for Jevi Hinogin. And that power move is brought to you by no other than Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of your junior MPBL.
And once again, uncompleted defensive stop for Antipolo, giving Mandaluyong another shot in that possession. And in game 1, they gave up 17 second chance points, and they cannot afford to do that again here in game 2.
Converted 3-point play for Jevi Hinogin. Make that a 14-point lead for Antips. For Mandaluyong rather. Felix has it. Screen from Alvaran. A 3-pointer on the way. That is short. Coming from number 5, De Leon. And here comes Mandaluyong. That was intended for Hinogin. Swiped away by Reyes. And another stoppage of this ball game. As Reyes turns it over.
Also, if you can see for the Antipolo JY Titans, they're forced to play Ken Alvaran with the 3 fouls. You cannot afford to, to gamble on letting him sit on the bench with Mandaluyong looking to pull away very early here in the first half.
Now here's Mandaluyong. That was for Anyo Nuevo. Another swipe away for Antipolo. So definitely playing better defense during the, or rather than the first half. But a steal right there as Hinogin straight up for 2 points.
And Hinogin will be the first player in double digits. Sorry, the second player in double digits for Mandaluyong, Bayani being the other one.
Ken Alvaran off the board that time, good for 2 points. But still they are down by 14. Under a minute remaining in our first half. Offensive foul called on Golioso.
Very obvious. Right in front of the referees. Trying to ward off Juan Gabriel Reyes, but a little too high.
Here's Antipolo. Felix to Valdez. Gives it to the baseline. Inside for Tan. Not able to convert. Here's Mandaluyong. Hinogin once more. Breakaway. Plus a foul. And that power move is brought to you by no other than Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of your junior MPBL.
And whenever you say putting his head down, itong si Hinogin literally puts his head down. Even looking at the floor, really just trying to push the basketball, and will finish yet again with contact. I think this is like the second or third time that he's got a pound for pound power move.
Not to mention he's converted all of those into 3-point plays. So make it a 17-point lead. However, Ken Alvaran has something to say about that, as that power move is yet again brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the junior MPBL.
Right now, Ken Alvaran is the lone bright spot for Antipolo. Oh, they're down by 15 right now, and it's not going to be enough if it's just Alvaran. Guys like Juan Gabriel Reyes, Felix will need to step it up.
Hinogin brings it down as Alvaran wasn't able to convert that into a 3-point play. However, a foul call here on Antipolo, so that means free throws for Manda.
That's going to be the third personal foul also on Marvin Felix. So you got two guys already in foul trouble in Felix and Alvaran for Antipolo.
Palad on the line. 1 out of 2. And Mandaluyong shot 61% from the line last game. That is impressive. Hoping to continue. Almost a steal here. Last 13 seconds. Reyes spin move. Try to scoop it up and in. That won't go. Last 7 seconds right here. Whistle by our officials.
So more free throws here for Antipolo. So far in the first half, they've already taken 10 but only converted 4. Looks like those drums really having an effect on their free throw shooting.
Ken Alvaran misses that first one. Second one up. 1 out of 2 on his trip. And a timeout called here by Coach Mark Herrera as Mandaluyong is leading by 15. Last 7 seconds of this second quarter. Second half or rather the last 5 seconds. Not able to beat the buzzer is Mandaluyong. So again, they will end this quarter with a very comfortable cushion of 15 points. As they lead the series, of course, 1-0. Our TMT play move of the game. It's this acrobatic play coming from Monteroso. So again, Mandaluyong up by 15 right here. Another challenge for Antipolo as we will be back for the second half.
Hello everyone, I would like to thank everyone for the support you've given for the inaugural season of the Junior MPBL. The support you gave to the league meant helping each young basketball player to have his moment to shine, and that is the aim of this league, to be an avenue for inspiring young bowlers to have his moment under the spotlight. Please continue supporting your home teams as we go along with the playoffs all the way to the championship. Maraming salamat po. We greet you on advance happy holidays and may God bless each and every one of you. Ito ang Junior MPBL, ang Liga ng Batang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Pagbabago pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.
Hello everyone, I would like to thank everyone for the support you've given for the inaugural season of the Junior MPBL. The support you gave to the league meant helping each young basketball player to have his moment to shine, and that is the aim of this league, to be an avenue for inspiring young bowlers to have his moment under the spotlight. Please continue supporting your home teams as we go along with the playoffs all the way to the championship. Maraming salamat po. We greet you on advance happy holidays and may God bless each and every one of you. Ito ang Junior MPBL, ang Liga ng Batang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Pagbabago pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.
Hello everyone, I would like to thank everyone for the support you've given for the inaugural season of the Junior MPBL. The support you gave to the league meant helping each young basketball player to have his moment to shine, and that is the aim of this league, to be an avenue for inspiring young bowlers to have his moment under the spotlight. Please continue supporting your home teams as we go along with the playoffs all the way to the championship. Maraming salamat po. We greet you on advance happy holidays and may God bless each and every one of you. Ito ang Junior MPBL, ang Liga ng Batang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Pagbabago pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.
Hello everyone, I would like to thank everyone for the support you've given for the inaugural season of the Junior MPBL. The support you gave to the league meant helping each young basketball player to have his moment to shine, and that is the aim of this league, to be an avenue for inspiring young bowlers to have his moment under the spotlight. Please continue supporting your home teams as we go along with the playoffs all the way to the championship. Maraming salamat po. We greet you on advance happy holidays and may God bless each and every one of you. Ito ang Junior MPBL, ang Liga ng Batang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Pagbabago pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.
Hello everyone, I would like to thank everyone for the support you've given for the inaugural season of the Junior MPBL. The support you gave to the league meant helping each young basketball player to have his moment to shine, and that is the aim of this league, to be an avenue for inspiring young bowlers to have his moment under the spotlight. Please continue supporting your home team.
We ended our first half with a 15-point lead for Mandaluyong, and it was a high-scoring couple of quarters, but at least a high-scoring first quarter and a dominating for second quarter for Mandaluyong as they've outscored itong Antipolo by 10, 17-7. Coach, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's right. When you look at the field goal shooting, that also reflects the same thing. Mandaluyong shooting 56% from the field against just 32% for Antipolo. And more strikingly, in the two-point region, it's Mandaluyong shooting 15 out of 23 for a very high 65%. They scored 28 points in the paint against us, 14 for Antipolo, and had 6 more points of 10 turnovers, 10-4. Leading scorers for both teams. We have Nogin with 13 and Bayani with 10 for Mandaluyong, and it's only Ken Alvaran in double digits for Antipolo with 11.
Antipolo's Sean Reyes will certainly have to do more as he's been carrying the struggle on his game 1 performance.
That's right, and he is the undoubted leader of this team. And almost turned the ball over that time.
But he did get the steal, so props still to him. But he will settle for 3. Won't go. And a foul, I believe, is called on Reyes. Yes, that is a foul on him.
So despite them forcing a turnover on Mandaluyong, they were not able to convert in transition, and ball will go back to Mandaluyong.
Nogin has been the main man of the first half at least. Following up a screen. Bayani drops it to Anyo Nuevo. Great find from Russell.
Yeah, you like how he uses the fakes, shot fakes, pass fakes, head fakes, and very effectively that time getting to set up his teammate for the 2 points.
Ken Alvaran in and out on his attempt, but it will stay with Antipolo. So it's a 17-point lead right now for Manda. A minute and a half passing by in our third quarter. That goes in for Francia, that mid-range jumper.
And, I like seeing how these kids in all divisions have developed that mid-range jumper.
Anyo Nuevo. 4 points in a row for Earl. Here's Francia. Now has it. 4 points in a row as well for Francia. And coach, that mid-range jumper nga is very well developed.
That's right, and an unlikely shootout we're seeing here to start the third quarter between Ano Nuevo and etong si Francia.
And Carlos Cantorna could not believe he was called for a traveling violation. Now it's a sideline inbound by Valdez.
And it's Mandaluyong applying some full court pressure here.
Reyes has been struggling. What will he do? Finds Alvaran inside, but a rejection by the little beast.
A good find there coming from Sean Reyes, but well-timed block there for Russell Bayani.
Valdez baseline inbound, gives it to Alvaran. Hands it off to Sean. Reyes. Ill-advised shot. Probably thought that, or rather put that one up to avoid the buzzer or the 24-second violation.
I like the presence of mind there to be aware of the clock. However, did not hit anything on that shot. Was Sean Reyes still continuing to struggle here in game 2.
Hinogin gives it to Earl. Earl, another tough shot. That won't go. Here's Bayani. Stripped away from the ball. Here comes Antipolo. Francia. Crossover. Sends it to Valdez. Right corner bomb. Won't go. Hinogin once more. slips out of it. Bayani will recover. Rosel Bayani challenges Ken Alvaran. Offensive foul called on the little beast.
I wouldn't necessarily call him little, but if you compare him, of course, to the Beast, um, could be better as Beast Junior maybe.
That is his preferred nickname.
Oh, I see. But you know, he's the same. You know, when you look at him compared to everyone on the floor, he's pretty much the same size as Calvin Abueva is in the pros. You know, relatively the size. Of course, Calvin Abueva on a good day probably 6'2", 6'3", but plays like he's 6'7".
Speaking of, rebound by Bayani. Golioso against Francia. Sends it to the corner. Hinogin, right corner bomb. No good. Rebound by Antipolo. Martin, tough shot. Great defense by Mandaluyong. However, will commit a foul afterwards.
You know, for Antipolo, it's really just been Alvaran who seems to have come to play here. The usual suspects, Felix and Reyes, both struggling here in game 2.
Año Nuevo won't go in that mid-range attempt. Another foul on Mandaluyong. So both teams now have 2 fouls to their names.
And itong Antipolo, after scoring 20 points in the first quarter, has only managed to score 11 points ever since. So once again, they cannot engage Mandaluyong in a shootout.
Martin almost lost it. Not happy as Mandaluyong will gain possession.
You know, I like how the loose ball scrambles here in the junior MPBL have rarely escalated into something that we see in other leagues. You know, as you go higher up in the leagues, that's going to get a little more physical. But here, we're already in the 18 and under division. Those scrambles for the loose ball have not really escalated into anything serious.
Golioso on the line. First one is good for Cian. It's a 16-point lead as of now. A chance to make it 17. And he does. So it's 3 fouls now for Antipolo and 2 for Mandaluyong.
For Coach B-Boy Simon, he's really looking for a combination that will work for him on the floor. Really just an offensive struggle at the since the beginning of the second quarter for Antipolo.
Sion Martin gives it to Alvaran. Great find from Martin to Alvaran.
I like how Alvaran finishes by going strong to the basket.
Golioso. Mandaluyong up by 15. Drop pass. Great find. Not able to convert. Was Casera. Here comes Felix. Try to find Ken Alvaran once more. We'll stay with Antipolo.
Felix trying to show a bit of aggressiveness here.
Martin. What will he do? Has the basketball against Golioso. Takes it inside. And it's a power move yet again for Antipolo. Courtesy of number 37, Bayaka. As this power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
First basket there for Bayaka on a set up by Martin. And I think it's really time for the other players for Antipolo to try and step up, since itong si Felix and Reyes are visibly struggling here in game 2.
completes the 3-point play. So cuts the lead to just 12 for Mandaluyong. More than recoverable for Antipolo. Here's Hinogin. After almost losing the ball, will go straight to the basket for 2.
It actually worked to his advantage as the defender was aggressively trying to get the basketball after he fumbled it.
No good from Valdez, or from Bayaka rather. Here's Palad, forward pass. Hinogin. Intense contact underneath the rim, but that will give Mandaluyong 2 free throws.
Well, there's nothing different that Hinogin has been doing since the opening tip. He's been trying to go on those straight line drives to the basket and has been managing to get a lot of fouls. And remember, I think he had like 3 pound for pound fitness power moves back in the first half.
14-point lead for Mandaluyong. A chance to make it 15 with this shot. He missed the first one. 1 out of 2. 15-point lead for Mandaluyong, and just under 2 minutes remaining in this third frame.
Right now, Mandaluyong content trading baskets with Antipolo, both teams with 9 points here in the third quarter, and with a big lead. This is something that Mandaluyong can afford to do.
Sean Reyes. Martin fires from 3. That won't go. Golioso, forward pass. Great reception from Alvaran. However, not able to convert that time was number 22, Casera. So a foul call on Reyes, if I'm not mistaken. And fourth team foul for Antipolo, so that means no free throws.
Well, actually, the foul was on Mandaluyong. That's why it's Antipolo now with the basketball.
So make that 4 fouls now for both teams. Under a minute left in this third frame. Martin slips out of it. A steal here by Palad. Takes it to the rack. That won't go for him. Recovered by Mandaluyong. Golioso against Martin. Golioso almost lost it. Martin with a dive. They complete the steal. Last 30 seconds. Reyes. What will he do? Tough shot. Still no good for Sean. And a foul from Antipolo right here. So that'll be free throws for Mandaluyong.
Right now, Antipolo showing a lot of frustration. Sean Reyes trying to force the action inside. They will be giving up free throws once again to Mandaluyong. Remember, in game 1, they gave up too many free throws to Mandaluyong, giving them 36, which Mandaluyong was able to convert 22 of them.
First one is good for Golioso. 16-point lead for them so far. Second one, make that a 17-point lead for Mandaluyong. Last 18 seconds. Antipolo gives it to Sean Reyes. Alvaran waiting for that screen as Reyes converts off the glass. And that will be the end of our third frame. After 3 quarters, it's to 38, a 15-point lead for Mandaluyong. Mandaluyong leads the series 1-0. Our TMT play move of the game, that Russell Bayani head fake, drop pass to Earl Año Nuevo for that easy 2. And those are the reasons why Mandaluyong is now up by 15 as we will return for the fourth quarter.
I'm here with Assistant Coach Ay Cadaraw ng Team Antipolo. Coach, last 10 minutes na lang po ng larong ito. Saan po sila dapat mag-focus para makabawi pa?
Alam mo, actually talaga dapat ang focus namin sa depensa. Kita mo, lasog-lasog ang depensa namin. Walang depensa kami. Hindi kamukha ng kalaban na may awa sila sa depensa at may awa pa rin sa referee.
Coach Ike, meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan ngayon or batian?
Papasalamat kami sa may-ari ng team, si Sir JY, Sir Rapi, Sir Bot, kay Patrick at sa aming mayor at sa mga taong itong taga-Antipolo na sumusuporta sa amin.
Thank you, Coach Ike, and good luck po sa team ninyo. Pasalamat din tayo sa TMT Play for being the cheer fund dito sa Junior MPBL. Paalala lang that gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that interview. As Mandaluyong up by 13 here. Antipolo with an early bucket to start the fourth.
Well, it's no surprise that really the problem here for Antipolo and should be their priority is on the defensive end. And any run will start from that end, but also they've been struggling from the field. So a lot of things will have to come together and very quick for Antipolo to get back in this ball game.
That time it's Valdez. So a mini run here by Antipolo as they're just down by 11. Here's Mandaluyong. Great ball movement. Tabinas. That won't go. Alvaran. Great defense. Here comes Felix. To Alvaran. Defense and offense going in for Antipolo.
Right there, itong Antipolo showing that everything will need to start on the defensive end. Para naging signal pa yung interview for Coach Ay Cadaraw for them. Sometimes I wonder if the players are actually patched into what we're talking about in the broadcast from those interviews, because sometimes they do respond to what is being said on air.
Most probably, Coach. Now, Mandaluyong. Golyoso to Bayani. And the environment here is intensifying. There's a foul committed that time by Antipolo. So it's a sideline inbound. Right here. Couple of substitutions for Coach Mark. As Hinogin goes back to the ball game. Bayani. Baseline drive. Kicks it out. Mid-range jumper. That's good for Monterroso. Sean Reyes on the other side.
Mandaluyong, it's up to them to try and arrest this momentum from Antipolo. So you have a three-pointer from Valdez.
And it's now a 14. Actually, make that a 6-point lead here for Mandaluyong only. As Antipolo awakens with an 11-2 run in this fourth frame.
And you can see right now Coach Mark Herrera not messing around anymore, bringing in Ano Nuevo together with Hinogin and Bayani.
Another look on that sequence. It was a call on Tabinas. So now it's Felix, hands it off to Reyes. Sean Reyes gives it to Ken Alvaran. Now to Valdez. They lose it. Bayani. Unsportsmanlike foul. It's being called right here. If I'm not mistaken, that's on Valdez. Yes, it is on Valdez after that sequence.
For holding on to Bayani after giving up that ball.
It's not clear on this angle, but he did hold on to that jersey of Bayani, so he will go to the line.
It's more of, an advantage foul more than anything. Nothing really malicious on that play for Valdez, but the referees have been very consistent in calling that, especially after a player gives up the basketball. They try to impede the progress of the offensive player.
That will hurt Antipolo since Valdez is a double-digit scorer for them next to Ken Alvaran.
Surprise production here from Valdez, already with 12 points. Usually only averages 5 per ball game.
And Sean Reyes yet to step up, playing 27 minutes but has scored only 5 points. As Bayani makes both free throws. 8-point lead for Manda.
Right now for Antipolo, you want them to move on from that play. They may have given the 2 free throws, but they don't want to be allowing Mandaluyong to score on this possession.
Offensive foul, I believe, on Bayani. Yes, it is on Bayani, his second offensive foul of this ball game, and 4th foul of this game overall.
That's right, and at that time it was Felix forcing that turnover, and this could be a development here with Bayani already with 4 fouls, and momentum visibly on the side of the Antipolo JY Titans, lead down to just 8 points.
Alvaran starting, or rather that was not Alvaran. This is Alvaran going for 2 as that pass came from number 16 of Antipolo, Shi.
That is so prophetic of you, knowing that that ball will land in the hands of Alvaran for the 2 points.
Here's Hinogin against Alvaran. Tough shot still goes in for Hinogin.
That has to be the TMT play of the game. A difficult shot there despite the defense of Ken Alvaran.
Sean Reyes fires for 3, won't go. Rebound by Mandaluyong. Palad is running. Almost losing it. Kicks it out Golioso. They will take their time. Hinogin asking for a screen. Won't use it anyway. Gives it to Earl Año Nuevo. That won't go. Rebound here by Shi. They are running. Steps on the brakes. Felix takes it inside to Ken Alvaran. Not able to put it in. Basket! And a foul for Ken Alvaran. Much better than their planned play for him. And that power move is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of our junior MPBL.
That miss was actually a blessing in disguise there, as Ken Alvaran able to rebound his own miss and will be rewarded with an opportunity for a 3-point play to try and cut down this lead of 6.
And after ending the first half with a 15-point gap, it's now just a 6-point lead for Mandaluyong, a chance to cut it to 5.
I just love the energy, the sudden burst of energy coming from the Antipolo squad here in the 4th quarter.
And Alvaran converts that 3-point play, makes it a 5-point lead, 2-possession game for Antipolo.
Just less than 4 minutes ago, it seemed like they were already out of this ball game, and 4 minutes later, they're only down by 5 points.
We have a ball game in our hands. Golioso. Mid-range jumper, that won't go. Shi with the rebound. Sean Reyes brings it down, takes it to the lane. However, a foul call on Mandaluyong. That is their third foul, or fourth rather. No more fouls to give for Mandaluyong.
And you know, this is something that Antipolo can take advantage of, this penalty situation now for Mandaluyong, as you see Russell Bayani come back in.
Here's Antipolo. Will they do? She takes it inside. That won't go. Hinogin with the board. A whistle by our referees. And that'll be the fifth foul. Or rather, the fourth foul only of this Antipolo City.
Good duty foul there for Sean Reyes, not allowing Mandaluyong to score in transition.
Bayani takes it inside, finds Earl Añonuevo once again, but that is greatly defended by Antipolo. Sean Reyes for three, that won't go. Reyes with the rebound. No good on that scoop up. Alvaran, offensive rebound and a bucket.
You know, the energy of Sean Reyes is not really scoring heavily right now, only with 5 points, but his energy allowing his teammates the opportunity for a second chance there.
Don't look now, it's just a one-possession game. 3-point lead for Mandaluyong. It's a 16-6 run for this quarter. Now it's Antipolo. Reyes, still no good. Continues to struggle. Reyes finds an opening, still no good for Sean Reyes. And the foul call here on Antipolo. So free throws for Mandaluyong. And Bayani on the line, not the guy you want to send to the charity stripe.
You know, Sean Reyes, despite his struggles, still, you can see in his face that he is still competing. And it's really just a matter of those shots falling in.
And it's back to a two-possession game. However, Bayani, 1 out of 2. So it will go on Antipolo's side.
Actually, the last foul called on Antipolo was on Ken Alvaran. So we have Alvaran and Bayani now with 4 each.
Reyes still continuing to be aggressive. And Hinogin called for a foul. That is his 4th foul as well. And the foul limit has been reached for Mandaluyong.
You know, Sean Reyes, even in the early in the tournament, would struggle for 3 quarters and just come alive in the 4th, although he missed his first free throw.
First one is no good. Second one is still no good. So it's a 4-point lead here for Manda. Bayani. Great find. Casera, no good. Rebound by Antips. To Reyes. To Alvaran. Basket and a foul. And that power move is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of our junior MPBL.
Ken Alvaran has just been carrying the load here for Antipolo right from the opening tip. And they're pretty much in this ball game due to his efforts. And right now in the clutch, it looks like they're still gonna continue to go to him.
That might be the best decision for Antipolo as of now. Back to a single possession game. Mandaluyong struggling to get a hold of the ball. And Antipolo completes the steal. Felix! Beautiful play! Francia to Felix for 2 points in that breakaway. And with that, we have a tied ball game. Timeout right here by Mandaluyong. Crazy sequence, coach.
It has been a crazy fourth quarter here out of nowhere. Antipolo coming alive in the fourth. I felt like they were already out of it at the end of the third quarter, and looking at the score right now, fourth quarter, 22-7 run for Antipolo, and guess what? We're tied. And right now, it's up to Mandaluyong to arrest this momentum. You know, they lost a 15-point lead, but they're still the team with a 1-0 advantage. They should try and forget that advantage and try to close this one out. And if it's any indication, the fight back here for Antipolo, Mandaluyong will definitely not want a Game 3 with this very game JY Titans squad.
And it's hard to believe that they are actually a lower-seeded team, a significantly lower-seeded team.
And this is the #1 team, itong Mandaluyong, the Junior Micro Smith.
So again, it's a deadlock at 60. Under 4 minutes remaining. Both teams going to the respective benches. Seems to be some kind of clarification from our referees. And so far, it has been Ken Alvaran leading the scoring in both teams with 26. And on the other side, it's Hinogin with a consistent 18 points.
And for, you know, itong Antipolo, they made this rally not using the three-pointer as a weapon. They've been, once again, since that plead for defense by Coach Ike, all of a sudden this team has played a lot better defense and been able to get a lot of transition points.
And while things are getting clarified right here, let us thank our partners who have made this possible. TMT Play, Doride Bola ng Pinoy, Jinky Skin, Pound for Pound Fitness, MPTV, assured by Auto Asia, Chronos, and AJF Customs, as we will be back after this short break. And after a couple of clarifications from our officials, it's a 2-point lead right now for Mandaluyong, just under 4 minutes remaining.
So we had a little error on the stats keeping, the score keeping. So it's officially now still a 2-point lead for Mandaluyong.
Yeah, so either way, it's still impressive, no, for Antipolo to be able to come back from a 15-point lead after halftime. And it's a 20-7 quarter scoring in favor of Antipolo.
Let's see which team will be able to respond positively to that unexpected break of action.
Yeah, that definitely removed the momentum of this Antipolo squad as Ynares finds the bottom of the net on that 15-foot jumper.
So, you know, Ynares may struggle, may go 0 for whatever in a ball game, but he will never be afraid to shoot those shots, especially in the clutch.
Bayani, fadeaway is good, answering back with his own 2.
Tough shot after tough shot for both teams.
Reyes. A steal here by Hinogin. Too fast, too windy. That is Jeffy Hinogin. Makes it a 4-point lead for Manda. Timeout called right here by Antipolo. 2:32 remaining in our final frame. Back to the ball game, 6-point lead here for Mandaluyong. Sean Reyes has the basketball. What will Antipolo do? They will try from downtown, but that won't go in. Rebound by Hinogin.
Well, that has been a shot that has not been falling for Antipolo. Only 16% from the 3-point area.
Last 2 minutes of our game is coming by as Russell Bayani rejected by Ken Alvaran. Mandaluyong with the offensive rebound. Shot clock violation for Mandaluyong.
Not aware of the clock right there for Hinogin. Not even looked up at the shot clock. I guess he did not know that the shot clock was running down.
Reyes. Oh! 4-point play for Sean Reyes. And after struggling all game, he now has a power move. Brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. So, bombs away for Sean Reyes.
Was shooting 3 out of 12 before that shot, but you can see still the confidence is there.
Single possession game. This will cut it to a just 2-point lead. Yes, and he does.
So that puts him in double digits now with 11.
However, on the other side, a great defense right there from Bakaya De Leon. Baseline drive off the glass. Ties the ball game up for sure not this time.
They were down by 6. And all of a sudden, a 6-0 run will tie the ball game with 1:20, but that's a bad foul there. They're in the penalty. Both teams are.
And Golioso going to the line. Not the best foul for Antipolo. As first one is good for Golioso. 1-point lead for them. 1:21 remaining. Second one. 2 out of 2 for Cian Gulioso. 2-point lead for Manda.
You know, this ball will be in the hands of Sean Reyes. We're expecting some pick and roll action with Alvaran here.
Sean Reyes fires for 3. That won't go. Ken Alvaran will get a foul. And we'll have a chance to tie the ball game up.
See there how Alvaran had to contort his body, was way in too deep with the offensive rebound. But we'll get a chance to tie the ball game once again from the free throw line.
Ken Alvaran has been playing phenomenal at this ball game, carrying his team. First one is good for Ken. However, this second one will define the next moment. That will not go in. Here comes Hinogin to Gulioso. To Cantorna, back to Hinogin. And a foul call as Coach B-Boy Simon not liking that one.
You see here Sean Reyes quickly going to his coach. They don't want to be called for a technical at this stage.
Unfortunately, walang coach's challenge here in the junior MPBL. But another quick look on that sequence. And it's hard to say actually, but it's a call from our officials, so that's that.
Could go either way. But in the end, it's always the referee's judgment. Could have gone either way. Could have been called as a clean block or a foul.
Hinogin makes it a 2-point lead for Manda. A chance to make it a 3-point lead, a much breathable cushion. And he does.
And if you're Antipolo, you don't have to take a 3-point shot just yet. You'd like to get something near the basket for Alvaran.
Francia, screen from Ken Alvaran. Hands it off to Sean Reyes. What will they do? Sean Reyes, tough drive, that won't go. Rebound by Anyo Nuevo.
No need to foul.
Gulioso to Bayani. Smart move by Bayani, going out but goes in instead. Kicks it out. They will try from 3. That won't go. Offensive rebound by Manda.
Don't need to foul. There's still a 6-second differential.
Gulioso against Felix. A turnover by Manda, so a chance for Antipolo to tie this one up. However, a timeout will be called right here first by Antipolo. Again, it's a 3-point lead by Mandaluyong. And after ending the first half with a 15-point gap, Antipolo is just within 3.
That's right. And at this stage, I don't think Antipolo has the option to go for a quick basket and go for a quick foul. I'm not sure if they have any timeouts left. I think they've already used their final one. But at this point, if you're Mandaluyong, you're going to have to challenge those 3-point shooters, but be careful not to foul because you know that Antipolo will be looking for that 3-point shot.
So it's 10 seconds for Antipolo to come up with something.
You know, some coaches would foul in this situation, being in the penalty. But I don't think Coach Mark will do that here.
Well, pwede nga yun, Coach, since 2 free throws lang naman. But then again, it's a risky move.
You're gonna have to box out a guy like Ken Alvaran on the free throw. But right now, you know, Antipolo is looking for a 3-pointer, and I think Sean Reyes will put this one up.
San Reyes gives it to the corner. That won't go in. And that will do it. As Mandaluyong will go to the division finals. Mandaluyong certainly loving this one. As for Antipolo, still impressive, ending the first half, 15-point lead. Getting outscored in the second quarter, 17-7. Then going into the fourth, outscoring your opponent 29-17. So still impressive for Antipolo. No one knew that they could have done this. You'd be lying if you told me that you knew that Antipolo would make an almost comeback.
Yeah, at the end of the third quarter, I thought the game was already over, and all of a sudden, you had Antipolo just waking up, starting strong in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter to almost pull off a comeback here.
And our TMT play move of the game, Hinogin, too fast, too windy. Breakaway for 2 points.
And it has really been the consistency of Hinogin all game long. Really providing the baskets, having that shootout with Ken Alvaran. Of course, Alvaran very game effort, finishing with 25 points, but it's been heavy Hinogin really doing the scoring here for Coach Mark Herrera, finishing with 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists.
And again, it's a W and a trip to the division final, so no one will be going to Pampanga tomorrow in this Mandaluyong squad. But now let's turn it over to Daphne for our player of the game.
Jevy Hinogin, our TMT player of the game. Congratulations! You scored 22 points, 9 rebounds para sa larong ito. Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon na nakatulong ka sa team ninyo? Pupunta kayo sa finals kontra itong kalaban, syempre home court yan.
Sobrang saya po kasi lalo-lalo na nakarating kami ng finals sa awa ng Diyos. And lalong-lalo na po, home court po nila to, sobrang hirap po talaga. And yun lamang po.
Jevy, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan ngayon or batiin?
Maraming salamat po sa team management namin, sa mga sponsors, sa Star Group, Sick Motors, Philippines, Asian Now, 3MD Logistics, and sa mga kay Coach Mark, kay Coach Jay, kay Coach, sa mga teammates ko, sa mga taga-Talayan dyan, and sa nanay tatay ko, sa girlfriend ko po, and sa mga kapatid ko po, and kagabi yung mga teammates ko pa, and yung mga kagabi po kay Naumiro, kay Aman, kila Kuya Ipeng, and kay Papa Dindo, and kay Sir Lindon, and sa mga kamag-anak ko sa probinsya sa Leyte, and sa Ilogin family sa Ponce, sa teammates ko, Eco Green, Atap Zanor, Banayad Whiskey, yun lamang po.
Once again, congratulations, Jevy. And of course, kasama natin ngayon si Coach Mark Herrera as well as si Coach Jay para idikit na. Once again, of course, congratulations para sa Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. You guys will be heading para sa ating finals. Congratulations to you and your team. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Daphne. Once again, that is Jevy Hinogin, your TMT best player of the game. And again, even though Antipolo lost this one, still very impressive being outscored in the second quarter, 17-7, and outscoring your opponent in the fourth, 29-17. But again, it's a win for Mandaluyong. And stay tuned as our next game features the 8-8 Quezon City Junior Giants and the Antipolo JY Titans, but this time in the 14 under division.